Hey, and welcome to another video with Blocs Builder. And in today's video we are going to do something a little bit different. We're going to have an update about what is happening with Offcanvas Helper and also our new extension NavPlus. Now, some of you will remember several months ago I ran a competition in the forum to name NavPlus, and we got the winning name, which means we could go about our code and namespacing our code to stop conflicts. And so for the last 3 months, I have been chipping away at that. And so I just want to extend my gratitude for your patience, as this has taken a bit longer than I had intended. And I'd actually hoped to have this out at the beginning of October. So what happened is quite a while ago, I actually had an injury on my tailbone and also some chronic pain in my hip area. And so for quite a while now, I actually haven't been able to do much work because I couldn't sit, stand, or even lay down for very long at all. And I had to keep moving and changing where I was in my position. And with chronic pain, if you've ever had chronic pain, it is actually horrible. But in the last few weeks, I've been able to get on some medication that has helped me, and I've been able to increase my workload. So I've been able to not only do some more client stuff, do some more of my personal projects, but also chip away more at our Blocs Builder stuff. The other delay also in recent weeks, there's been a few bugs in Blocs that has held up the development, which is a little frustrating, but we're getting there and we've managed to get over some of those hurdles. So let's just get into this and have a quick look. Right, so first thing I'm going to do, actually, I'm going to bring up the Apple website. And this is the Mac page. And I just love a lot of the things Apple does on their stuff. Like when you scroll up, see how this video comes in like that, animated. And one of the menu systems that Apple uses is very similar to what you can achieve with NavPlus, which is when you hover over any of the nav links, you get these contextual menus drop down and change. And as you bring your mouse off the menu, it collapses back down, which is a feature in NavPlus that you can turn off or on. So this is actually pretty much very much how NavPlus works. And I love off-canvas menus. I've been using them since they became available in Bootstrap. And to be able to do these things with no code for you guys, just to be able to make these great websites and really just take our Blocs projects to the next level is just awesome. So I'm going to use this other tab right now. And this is actually a project I've been working on. It is actually a replica of the Apple website. It's not pixel perfect, but I have a whole bunch of things on here, like as you scroll down, you can see the video actually shrinks in, the same effect. It's easier when it's dark. I'm going to actually add a play and pause and play button icon on here. And we have some tabs on the controls on the left and right of our icons here. And that's because if you go back to the Apple website, when you bring it in, you then are able to scroll these icons. So if you guys are interested in seeing a tutorial on completely replicating this Apple page with some of the animations, not all of them, I'll do some of them, like the scrolling video here. If you're interested in learning about that, just comment below in this video, and we get enough people interested, I will create an entire video on that. Okay, so just while I'll show you also, Offcanvas Helper is actually being completely rebuilt from the ground up, using the existing code, but also because it needed to be drastically changed to support multiple off canvases in your project, which we can now do. And here's an example here: off canvas on the left and off canvas on the right, different settings, all dynamically changed, and also on the bottom here. So we can add as many off-canvas menus to your project as you like now. So up here we have NavPlus in action, and as you can see, it functions very much like the Apple website. Most of this content is just placeholder. as I said, I'll probably actually just rebuild this from scratch again and do a tutorial out of it. And as you bring the mouse off canvas, it collapses, and that's an option that you can turn off or on. It's really nice to have these no-code solutions, right? Okay, just another example here of other things that you can do. I've just got a basic site here just as a demo, and as we hover over the menus, you can see you can create contextually very different sort of styles based on the menu items quite easily. And here's another example here on the navigation. We've got left and right scrolling on the underline on hover, and that is completely CSS. So that's another thing. If you'd like to see a tutorial on how to make that in your project, just comment below. If we get enough people, I will make a tutorial for that. And one feature that I just recently added to NavPlus just yesterday, actually, yesterday compared to the day of filming, is we can offset the off canvas to our navigation link. So as you can see, whereas in this one here, our off canvas is all centered, and in this example here, it's offset according to our active menu item. And you can choose how much of an offset you have, and that's been set to 50 pixels. But you can define how far you want that to go. So that's going to be really cool for adding different types of menu systems. I'm kind of excited to what you guys are going to be able to build with all this actually. So that's a cool feature that we just added in. So a bit of tweaking to make it stable, as I like things to go out the door really polished. Okay, I'm just going to bring up my Blocs project here. And if you've been following us on Blocs Builder on X, formerly known as Twitter, I have actually been posting updates. And if you haven't been following us, go follow us, because you'll probably get these updates as they go. But this is basically what it looks like on the canvas, where you can manage the sections on your menus. And so all these sort of highlighted borders only appear in Blocs. They don't appear in your project. And you've got full control in NavPlus on the coloring and the offset and the non-destructive. So these lines do not affect the flow of your content at all. It's really cool. You note here in the corner here, we see some indexing, and we see menu 1, menu 2, menu 3, menu 4, and those numbers line up with our navigation menu along here. You can see it's indexed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You can also exclude menu items if you like. It's really easy to do, and I'll have a more detailed tutorial videos on how to use NavPlus when we launch it. Okay, so just to give you a bit of an example here, we can also adjust our positioning of our indexing with these sliders, and which is really handy because I worked on a project and I found that the indexes were in the wrong place. So I added this in, so you can position these based on your design. And of course you can change the color of the background and the color of the numbers on our indexing as well. You can also completely turn it off so you don't see it on the design canvas. And the same for our outlines in our menu sections here. We can turn those off. We can make them solid lines. You can change the width of the line. You can change the offset. You can even do hover. So there is quite a few things that we have baked in here for really just helping this become a really good experience for designing great menus inside Blocs. And I think some of these features might be a custom brick first. I don't know, but it was quite a bit of work. Anyway, so I'm just going to scroll down to the bottom of my project here, and you'll see that we've got the development version of Offcanvas Helper in this project, and you'll see that I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 copies of Offcanvas Helper here. And so these 3 blue ones here, and I should mention we can change the color of our bricks also as an option, which is really handy for Offcanvas Helper that's connected to NavPlus to make them the same color. It just makes it easy. But if we come down to our Offcanvas Helper bricks, we'll see here actually in the brick itself, it will give us an indication of the ID of the Offcanvas it's linked to. And that's one of the main features that you'll see in the settings when we release this update, is that now we've got this option here where we can connect to NavPlus, which we can tick. Now, you only can connect to one NavPlus on a page or in a project at a time. And there's a complication reason behind that. But then also here we can choose the Offcanvas that we want these settings to be applied to, because we can have individual settings on each one of these bricks. It's very cool. And so most of these options were already pre-existing in Offcanvas Helper. Let me see. Nope. Pretty much what you've got in Offcanvas Helper, bar being able to select the specific Offcanvas menu item. Okay, coming up here, we'll see this Offcanvas brick has been connected to NavPlus, and you'll see this icon appear on the brick itself, telling you that it's connected. And this brick here is our Offcanvas NavPlus brick. And we can see, like Offcanvas Helper, you can see the ID of the menu that the Offcanvas menu that it's going to activate. We have a bunch of settings here where we just tell the brick the Offcanvas we want it to be on, the menu ID, and the navigation list, and so it can do all that fancy indexing. So it automates the whole process. It's very simple. It applies all the appropriate accessibility features and some extras. And here you can do things like in the menu, you can turn off and on that mouse off. So when your mouse comes off the Offcanvas, the menu rolls away, or you can actually just make it so a user has to click just by turning that off there. Content fit is particularly important for an Offcanvas that comes down from the top, so it just ensures that the height of the Offcanvas changes based on your menu section that you got there. We can adjust the speed here of the fade in of your content, and we can turn off and on that alignment to your navigation link that I showed you earlier. So I'm going to turn that off, and I'm just going to show you as we increase our fade in here, and I'll give you a preview how you can see how much slower the content fades in. So that's really cool. So there's quite a number of things that you can do out of the box here with Offcanvas Helper and Offcanvas NavPlus. They're going to be an amazing combination. I've done my best to put in a lot of work to make this really visually easy to edit and create some really cool stuff straight on the Blocs canvas, to make it easy to understand what's happening and to connect the dots. So yeah, that's a brief update of where we are. Most of the code is complete. I've got a short list of things and tweaks I want to make, and then it will just go to testing, and then we'll be able to get out the door. I'll probably release Offcanvas Helper prior to that, and then there'll be another update for Offcanvas Helper and NavPlus when it's released, just to make sure that everything is in sync and working well together. Okay, so that's my update. Have a fantastic day.